guys, it's Jessie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video and another 24-hour readathon. Excuse the hair, it's like full of dry shampoo, so it's not falling in the best way, but welcome back. Sorry about also the books in the background. I've been reorganizing and obviously pulling out a bunch of books to show you guys for this video. So today we have another 24-hour readathon. I'm going to try and do it in the new method that I've been seeing, where I see people read for 12 hours one day and then 12 hours the next day. I think that's going to be more attainable for me than staying up for 24 hours straight. And the past ones I've done, I've managed to get up to like about 6 or 8 hours a day, so this might be a little bit tricky for me, but we'll give it a go. So I'm super duper excited. As always, I did start earlier because I didn't want to like open this video as I was like just woken up. I thought that would be a little bit much, but I've been reading now for just over 2 hours, including listening to an audiobook, and I wanted to chat to you guys about the TBR for today's video. So the goal for today is going to be, and tomorrow I guess, the goal for this readathon is going to be to finish the books I'm halfway through and started, because I'm like halfway through like 3 books on my Goodreads right now and I really want to knock them off and not have them sitting on my currently reading shelf for ages, and then also to read the books from my TBR wheel game thing that's been generated. So I've also got some other options here that I also need to read, a new release, one that I want to read before I film a certain video. So yeah, lots of stuff coming. But firstly we have Restore Me, which is the 4th book I believe in the Shatter Me series. I can't get over how dodgy my hair looks. I hope it looks less bad on camera. But this is the 4th book, I believe, and I read like 100 pages of this today. We are now halfway through. I was stuck on page like 100 for ages, but this is very, very readable. I'll probably sit down and finish this one off after I finish filming this little intro clip here. But I'm on page 215 now out of, what is it, 435. But it's a super quick read, and a lot of the pages, like when you get to a new chapter, it's like a full new page, which is great because it means I just get through it quickly. So yeah, pretty much bang on halfway through this one and I am enjoying it. Definitely want to get back into the series. Then I'm also partway through, I haven't read any of this today, The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I randomly generated this in my TBR and I really want to finish it off this month, obviously, so then I have to add less books next month, but we are about this much through, so about 30%-ish maybe, and I am enjoying it so far. That's a thriller as well, which is obviously good for this video. I don't know where my Kindle is right now, but I'm also partway through Ghosted by J.M. Darhauer, so would love to finish that one off. Then for TBR books, for my game, we also have In the Lives of Puppets, which is this special edition here. I don't think I'm going to get around to that, but I would like to. I'd also like to read Yellowface, which is this one here, this other special edition that I have. There, some of the new releases I want to read. Also Medusa, potentially on the TBR. This is a short one, so I definitely think we'll get around to this. This I randomly generated in my TBR as well this month. And then I need to read The Shining sometime in the next 2 weeks, so I can read Doctor Sleep for a different video, which is the sequel. So this is also a potential. I think I might start this tomorrow maybe, we'll see, but this is a thick one. And then I've got some other new books to me. We've got The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. I can like sit down and binge Christina Lauren's books very easily, so I think this is potentially a good option for a readathon. And then we've got a book that I'm very excited about, which is Legends and Lattes. I've heard a lot of great things, and this is just about 300 pages, so again not too long. And then we also have a graphic novel, which is Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me. So again, this should be reasonably easy to read if maybe like this evening I'm starting to kind of go low on energy. And then for an audiobook, because I obviously like to listen to an audiobook whilst I do these readathons, I've actually started an Agatha Christie, which is The Mysterious Affair at Styles. It's her first book, so this is the one I'm reading now. I've just been listening to it whilst I get ready, and I'm on chapter 5 and I am definitely enjoying it so far. So yeah, really excited for that. Obviously I'm not going to get through, what is this, 7 books, an audiobook, and then potentially those 2, so like 9 books and an audiobook. That's not going to happen, but these are just my options. So for today, I guess the first day, I think I'm gonna definitely finish off Restore Me. I will try and finish The House Across the Lake, and then I'm thinking maybe Medusa because it's a short one, and Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me. This is probably more so the TBR for today, and then we will see about tomorrow. Maybe I should leave a shorter one for tomorrow. Maybe I'll leave Medusa for tomorrow and do these 3 today, plus maybe True Love Experiment or Yellowface. I'm not too sure, but I'm very excited to get started. And yeah, probably will just continue reading on with this one now. I really enjoyed it, but I'll quickly like pop in just my clips from earlier today when I started reading this, and then I'm going to continue reading it now. Guys, I can't lie, I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it. I heard that the first 3 books in the series were like the initial series and these were added on later. The last 2 books in the series were a 5-star. This is like leaning towards, this is how much I am through it by the way. This is leaning towards a 3-star. It's much later by the way. I've been doing so badly. I have been listening to my audiobook a bit, but I am nearly 4 hours into the challenge and we haven't even finished the first book. But yeah, we're nearly done with this one, and yeah, I very much get the vibes that this was kind of added on, because this is the filler book to end all filler books. Nothing has happened. Like literally, we've introduced 3 new characters and Warner's been whining and Juliet's been stupid, and that's literally all. Like nothing of substance has happened. Nothing that I can think will really play majorly into the other books, besides, you know, the introduction of these characters and like a little bit of backstory. But there's really like, this could have been a novella 100%. But yeah, I've only got about what, 90 pages left, so I definitely think I'll finish this in like this sitting now. And yes, but yeah, a little bit disappointed with it. I will probably read the little novella afterwards, because I just remember there's a novella after this book, so I'll probably read that one quickly and then move on to something else. But yeah, this is sitting at 3-star, which is so sad. I am still going to finish off the series. Obviously I've got like Defy Me and stuff next, but I'm not too sure how it's going to go, because I know there's 2 more full-length books, I believe, and then 2 more novellas, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, I hope that at least something happens at the end that kind of makes me excited for the next book, otherwise I'll literally just never pick it up. Okay, I can't lie, those last 30 pages kind of ate. Like, that was a little bit dramatic, and there was a lot going on there. So I think I'm going to raise this to a 3.5. Extra 0.5 because that ending was insane. The rest of the book was filler. This could have definitely been a novella. This was a lot of filler, like a lot of filler. But I'm kind of gagged at that little end reveal, I can't lie. So yeah, I'm going to read the other little novella now. Okay, Goodreads is down, which is so annoying, which means I can't post my reviews, so hopefully that's fixed by later. But yeah, I'm reading Shadow Me now, and then it's Defy Me, and then it's Reveal Me, which is the second book here. But I believe they follow Kenji, not Juliet. It's 75 pages, so I definitely should read this one pretty quickly, and then we can add technically another book if we include the novellas to our little completed list. But yeah, it's my little completed pile. Yeah, there's only 1 book on it and we won't talk about it. I just finished Shadow Me. I've not got a clue. Firstly, that was all pointless because it was just the entirety of the last book summed up, or the last half of the last book summed up from a different point of view. Didn't really gain anything new. And then also at the end, I'm so confused now. I've not got a clue what that means for like what actually happened. Very confused. Anyway, that would probably be a 3-star, 2-star, maybe a 2-star. It was a bit pointless, to be honest. So yeah, I'm watching that. But yeah, it just felt a bit pointless, like it was literally just rehashing the same thing again. But I think I will now listen to my audiobook for a little bit. I've got a couple chores to do. Gonna get a little bit more of the way through it, and then I might read my graphic novel, so I kind of want to break it up a little bit. But yeah, that's the plan. Oh, for time as well, we are on 5 hours. Okay, so done with the chores. I'm now at 62% of the way through the Mysterious Affair at Styles. I didn't get to listen to it as much as I thought I would, because I actually ended up cooking dinner with my mum. I thought I was going to be doing it by myself, but I was doing it with her, which was nice. And then I am now 6 hours in, so I don't think we're going to be able to do 12 and 12. I think we might be doing more so like 10 and 10 and then 4. No, yeah, 4 maybe. So I might have to stretch this out onto a 3rd date, annoyingly, but we are still going to do it. And the next book I'm going to be picking up, I think I am going to start Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me. I don't know how long this will actually take me. I haven't read like a physical graphic novel before, but I'm super excited for it. And yeah, going to give this one a go now.
You say you want me, you better want me. Now you got me all up in my head. You wanna love me, but you should love me now, 'cause I'll be running out of here.
Okay, I just finished Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me. As I predicted, very quick and easy read. I'm gonna give it a 4-star. I really loved it. I love the art style. I don't know if you guys can see. It's just like pink, grey, black and white. I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so stunning. And that might have been part of the reason for the higher rating. I just think it's gorgeous. Like, there was this one here, this one with the space. Oh, I'm obsessed. It's so cool. But yeah, really like the art style. So yeah, that's a little 4-star. And then for the timer, I didn't start it quite when I started reading, so we're slightly on less time than we would be, but I'll keep it running for a bit. We are on 6 hours and 43 minutes, so I think it took me just under an hour to read the 300-page graphic novel. And now I guess I might read some more of The House Across the Lake. I'm not too sure though, we'll see. Okay, so I've gotten all ready for bed. As you can see, I actually ended up starting the True Love Experiment instead of The House Across the Lake, instead of carrying on with that one. I'm only like 35 pages into it now, but I'm going to give it a bit of a read for the rest of this evening. Not for too long, I don't think I'll get too far into it, but I have been listening to the audiobook for The Mysterious Affair at Styles, and I am 86% of the way through. I don't know how well you can see, but 86% of the way through that one, which is always good, so I'll definitely finish that tomorrow morning, and then I might jump onto like a non-fiction audiobook. Not too sure, but timer wise we are on 8 hours and 18 minutes, so we didn't hit the first goal of 12 or the second goal of 10, so not the best, but you know, it's okay. We did a decent chunk of reading today. I finished one full-length book, a novella and a graphic novel, and I've started a second one, so I'm excited to continue on. Hopefully I can get maybe a little bit more reading done tomorrow, who knows. I actually have no idea how much I'll get done, but yeah, basically just hoping to chug along, finish this one off. I don't think I'll get the entire lot of reading done tomorrow. I might have to do 8 and 8 and then 8 again, maybe, who knows. But we'll see. I'm going to read for a little bit longer now. It's like 5 to midnight, so I don't normally stay up too late, so I probably won't read this for too long unless I'm like gripped to my core. But yeah, I'm going to give this a go and hopefully read 50 pages, maybe a little bit more. Okay, I'm now on page 80, but I'm super tired, so I think I'm just gonna get some sleep today and then get cracking again on this book tomorrow morning. But I am enjoying it. It's really cute so far and definitely very like gripping writing. I'm just getting so sleepy. I need to go to bed. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow. We will stop the timer now, and 8 hours 48. Not the best, but pretty good still. Pretty good. So night night. Good morning. It is the next day now. I mean, it's more like 11 o'clock, but this morning I finished off my audiobook, the Agatha Christie one, the Mysterious Affair at Styles. I gave that one a 3-star. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I felt like if I read it physically I would have had a better grip on like who the characters were. I feel like there wasn't like super strong introduction, or at least if there was, I needed to probably listen to it on a slower speed. But yeah, I gave that one 3 stars. That was good. And then I also I found an audiobook online for The Shining by Stephen King. I only got 20 pages in this morning whilst I got ready because there's no way for me to speed up the audiobook. Normally I listen to them on like 1.8 speed, depending on the narrator, if it's like difficult or fast, but if it's a slow kind of narrator, then I can sometimes listen to it on like 2.5 speed. So yeah, we only got 20 pages in, but overall I am enjoying it so far. Yeah, obviously I've got the physical book for that, so we'll probably continue on with that later, but I don't want to add more books to my currently reading. So as I mentioned yesterday, I am 80 pages into the True Love Experiment. We're basically following Fizzy, who's the best friend in the soulmate equation, and she's in a bit of like a slump, like a life slump and a writing slump at the moment. She's an author, like a romance book author, and she's approached by this guy Connor, who needs to film a reality dating show, and she's basically going to be the star. I didn't give a synopsis for Restore Me or for the Agatha Christie, just because the Agatha Christie one, like, I was not 100% sure which characters were which, and then obviously the Chatterton books were like mid-series, so that would have been spoilers. But this one I am definitely enjoying so far. I do think it's going to be less of the reality show, which is a shame. I thought it would be a lot more kind of like the whole plot would be on the reality show, but they've still got 5 weeks until they start actually filming. So I think that, unfortunately, for me anyway, there will be less of the actual reality show, and that's the bit that intrigued me the most. But yeah, I'm still excited to keep reading. I do find Christina Lauren's books very bingeable, so yeah, really excited to continue on with that. So I think that's going to be the plan of action for today. Yeah, gonna just sit down now. It's like 11 o'clock, so I'll probably make some lunch in a bit, and yeah, just continue on with this one. Oh, and I forgot to mention we are on 10 hours and 9 minutes now. Hey guys, so it is the next day, and I did flop really hard. I didn't flop with the reading, but I just like completely forgot that I was a YouTuber for some reason and didn't update the vlog at all. So it's the next morning now. This isn't dirty clothes, that's my chair of clothes that I've worn, but not enough that they're dirty, so we'll just ignore that one. But yeah, so basically 2 flops for me. First flop, the vlogging. Second flop was the fact that I did accidentally reset the timer, so that was a mega flop. But I am pretty sure I mean, you guys are gonna have to trust me because there is no way I can show you this, but I really am not lying, because that would just be completely pointless. But I believe I had 8 hours left on the timer, so I'm pretty sure I got to 16 hours in the evening, and then I left the timer running overnight. I didn't actually accidentally reset it, I left it running overnight, so I woke up in the morning and it was like 26 hours. So I was like, okay, let me do the maths here, and I think I got the maths right. I'm not too sure, but I think that was about where we stopped. 8 hours remaining. I did a tiny bit of reading this morning, so now we are on 7 hours and 22 minutes, which means we should finish at 5:45 today, which means obviously accounting for things like lunch breaks, I'll probably have a nap, like, let's be honest. We should get this done today, which is really good. So I actually have not got a clue when I last updated you. I was listening to the Shining audiobook, but then I felt like it was just killing so much of my time because I couldn't speed it up, because I think I got it off this like Stephen King audiobook website that I'm not sure is 100% legit, but like I used it anyway because I did have the physical book, but I wanted to make progress on a physical book if I could with the audiobook. But I thought, you know what, it's just like killing so much time because I feel like I'm wasting time. Do you know what I mean? By listening to the audiobook, I could get another audiobook done much quicker if I was able to actually speed it up. So I started listening to an audiobook on Scribd called Cultish, The Language of Fanaticism by Amanda Montell. So this is a non-fiction, and I do want to listen to more non-fictions. I want to read more non-fictions as well. That's one of my goals. I've done 2 this year, and I think I aimed for like 1 a month, but I am 61% through so far. This is just what it looks like, and it's actually really interesting. It's about the language that cults use to kind of indoctrinate people, and how that language is used in like non-cult situations as well, like with MLMs and like intense like workout groups and stuff like that. So it's really interesting, and I'm really enjoying it. I think it would probably be sitting around a 4-star for me at the moment, but yeah, I'm really interested in it. There's like interviews with different people that have been in different cults. The author herself, I believe her father grew up in a cult, and there's like information about like infamous cults, but then also about kind of how the language is applied in other situations. And yeah, it's really well like organized, divided, and I'm really enjoying listening to it. So I'll definitely finish that one off today. I don't think I have too much left in it. Yeah, I've got 1 hour and 47 minutes remaining, which is not much at all, and I'm listening to it on 1.8 speed because I used to listen to my audiobooks on
revised positive ethics.
Sorry about that. I used to listen to them on like 2.5, but I think if I'm doing other things, like if I'm just sitting like on a train in a car, I can listen to it faster, but if I'm like doing other things, I just won't clock it. It won't register too much, so I have to slow it down. But still, I'm getting a good way through that, and that's definitely killed most of the time. And then for the True Love Experiment, I don't know when I last updated you, but I'm currently on page 160. Like the tassel fell off my bookmark before, and now the entire thing, so now it's just no tassel. I might have to buy another one, but yeah, I'm on page 160, and I am enjoying it. I'm definitely really liking it. I think it's sitting around a 4 at the moment. Definitely not a 5-star, but I am enjoying the couple. I'm enjoying the premise. They both seem reasonably mature, which I like, because that's one of my pet peeves in romance books, is like the immaturity of some of the protagonists and like the miscommunications that we have. I'm like, come on now, like let's be adult. But like the reason they can't be together makes sense. Like he's producing the show that she's on. That's like such a conflict of interest, and especially if she's on a dating show, like that just is completely pointless. So yeah, I am really enjoying it. It's single dad. I mean, like the mum's in the picture, but they're just divorced. But yeah, single dad, which is so cute, and I love the kids in these books. Like sometimes I can find kids in books really cringy, but I feel like both Juno and Stevie are absolutely adorable in this book, and I love them, and I love scenes with them. They're so cute. So yeah, I am very excited to continue reading this. I'll probably finish this one off today, and also finish off Cultish, and I'm not sure where that will leave us with the time. I think I've got like 200 pages left in here. Yeah, just over 200, and then an hour, so that's probably 3 hours here, 2 hours here, so that's 5 hours. So I definitely should maybe also finish my Riley Sager book or get further into The Shining. I'm not too sure which one I'm gonna go for, but it'll probably be one of those, unless I want to pick up Ghosted on my Kindle, which I was halfway through, but I probably won't, just because I think I can fit that into my reading in another time where I'm just gonna bring my Kindle. So yeah, that is the update. Sorry for being like an awful vlogger yesterday, but gonna make up for it today, and I'm ready to get some solid reading done. And although I didn't do my 2-day goal, we can do it over 3 days, so let's go. It's like making me tear up. Like, it's so cute, the end of this book. I was like leaning towards a 4, but I feel like I might give it a 4.5. I actually can't get over this. Is like the best ending to a book ever. I don't know why. Something about this, like, this romance ending is just hitting. Like, I always find, like, sometimes, like, the reveal or the omitting of the feelings, like, really awkward and embarrassing. But I love this. This is so cute. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? So cute. Oh my god. Yeah, I finished it. That was so cute. That was literally adorable. I can't. 4.5. That was so cute. So timer wise, we're actually only on 4 hours and 48 minutes left. 1 hour and 48 minutes left. So the rest of today, what I did is I finished up the Cultish audiobook. I actually really enjoyed that. As I was saying, I was enjoying it quite a lot. I'm going to give that one a 4.25. And then I started the Twisted Hate audiobook. I needed to find another audiobook to listen to, and I knew I wouldn't have time to finish one. So I started Twisted Hate, which I am going to be reading in a separate video. So I hope you guys don't think that's like cheating or doubling up. Like, I have to read that to talk about it in a separate video, so like it's kind of doubling up on books, but I only got like about 10% into it, and I'm not going to talk about my opinions here, but I hope you guys don't mind. I just got a little bit ahead for that one, but that's what I did with a little bit of the rest of my time there. And then obviously also finished the True Love Experiment. So with Cultish, The Mysterious Affair at Styles, Restore Me, the other novella Shadow Me was it, and Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me, we are on 5 books now, and I'm going to put this on my little pile of finished books. That looks so depressingly small because obviously 2 were audiobooks and I don't have the novella there. But I think now I'm going to read probably The House Across the Lake. I'm not sure if I'll finish it in the like 2 hours-ish that we've got left, but we might get close-ish to the end. I'll grab it now and show you how far I am through it. Okay, so I'm on page 126 out of 350. Okay, no, it'll be 175, will be halfway through. I was about to say that should be halfway through, but it is not. So yeah, I'm like 50 pages off halfway through, so I've got like 225 left ish, and yeah, I don't know whether I'll finish that tonight, but I've only really got 1 hour 48. Normally it takes me an hour to read 100 pages, so I don't think I'll quite get to finish it, but hopefully I'll get a decent chunk more through it. I've also, just looking at this, I've realised how small like the text is in the book comparatively to the one I last read, just because I'm used to it being bigger text. But yeah, I am excited to pick this one back up. I'll probably take a little bit of a break just for like 20 minutes because I literally just finished the other book, and then we will kick back off with this one.
Maybe I'm just scared of emotions. Maybe it's just something you do. Triggered and I can't even focus.
I'm so happy. I've turned off my fan because it's noisy. Finished! And oh my god, this book is getting so good. It has twisted, twust. I am shook. It took a direction I did not expect it to go. I am on page 312 now, and I think, to be honest, that I'm going to keep reading tonight. It's 20+12, but like, I'm absolutely gagged at this. I have no idea where it's going. My SD card filled up and ran out of storage, and I'm not about to sort through it all at this hour. I'm literally going to finish this book and then go to bed. But oh my god, absolutely gagged. Did not expect to take this direction. It's not a full 5 stars because I think I wasn't really enjoying the first 150 pages, but whew, a direction has been taken, and I will catch up with you with my thoughts in the morning. But we got to page 312 in this little readathon bit here. You can kind of see about-ish how much I've just read. So yeah, we're done with the 24 hours. So that was 5 books and a novella plus most of this. So pretty good, pretty good. I'll catch you up tomorrow when I end and close out this video and wrap everything up. Hello, I am here, not the next day, actually 2 weeks later than I am posting this video, to wrap this readathon up, but I thought I did it the next day. I must have completely forgotten, been too tired, and just moved on to other books and completely forgot about it. But I had a great readathon. This one actually went really, really well for me. I managed to get it done in 3 days. Normally it takes me forever. I read some really, really good books. I think overall my rating was probably like a 4-ish, maybe like a 3.75, which is pretty high. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. So to recap, also by the way, I filmed this at the end of June, so when I'm talking about my TBR, I was talking about the last month. I hope that wasn't too confusing. But to start us off, I read Restore Me by Tahira Murphy, which is the 4th full-length book in the Shatter Me series, and I gave this one a 3.5 stars. I did just feel like this is a filler book, unfortunately. The ending made me excited for the next books in the series, but yeah, unfortunately this really just didn't really do it for me, and as I said in the video, I feel like this could have been a novella. Then I read the Shadow Me novella, which followed afterwards. Again, this also felt pointless. The fact that this went through the entire events, the second half of that book, in like 70 pages just showed how little happened in that first book. But yeah, everyone seemed to love Kenshi's point of view in Shadow Me, but I found it also a little bit pointless. So yeah, those two were a little bit flop. I mean, over a 3-star I wouldn't complain about. Like, I think that's a fine rating. I gave this one actually 2 stars, so never mind, I lied. But like overall I wouldn't consider it like a mega flop in terms of like general reading, but in terms of this series it's a flop because like the 2 books prior were 5 stars, so those were a little bit sad. We won't talk about those. Then I read Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me, which I forgot to grab. 1 second. Okay, then I finished Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me, which was the first physical graphic novel that I read, and I really enjoyed this one. I ended up giving this one a 4 stars. I thought it was so cute. The storyline was really fun. To be honest, now I've kind of forgotten 40% of it, but overall I thought it was quite cute, and I do think I would give it a reread potentially. So yeah, I did enjoy that one. 4 stars, but there's not too much to say about it. It's also got good LGBT rep. And then I read The Mysterious Affair at Styles, which I've also kind of forgotten a lot about, but I give this one a 3 stars. I definitely feel like I should have listened to it on a slower speed or read it physically, but I definitely am intrigued to read more Agatha Christie books. I think I might start reading the prior books in order because I'm definitely intrigued. I love a murder mystery, and Waterstones have some gorgeous additions that I might pick up as well. Then I read The True Love Experiment, but I never put this on my spreadsheet. Interesting. So I gave this a 4.25 and really enjoyed it. I thought it was such a good story. I feel like Christina Lauren never let me down. They're very much a solid 4-star author pair for me. I don't think I've ever had a book of theirs less than 3. Really do enjoy their books, and this was probably a favourite for me. I think this is my favourite book from them that I've read so far. So yeah, had a really great time with this. Thought it was so cute. Loved the premise. Loved the reveal at the end, if you guys saw. Loved the kind of kidsiness. So cute. Really loved that one. And then finally I read The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. Obviously I only got up to like page 312 or something in the video, and then I finished it off straight afterwards, and I gave this a 4.25. I was gagged at this. I thought this was so cool. It takes a direction and it commits to it, and it's very camp. It reminds me a lot of Grady Hendrix in terms of the writing. Like, I really think it doesn't take itself too seriously as well, which I enjoy. It gets a little bit ridiculous. It goes out there, it commits to like what it's doing, and I really love that in a book. I was gripped. I couldn't wait to find out what was going to happen next. I literally couldn't put the book down. After I'd literally been reading all day, I still wanted to stay up and read this, so it's a real testament. This is going to be a very Marmite book, though. You're going to either love it or hate it, I think, and I loved it. I think if the first half had just sped up a little bit more, I firstly had no idea the direction it was going to take, so I feel like I was just expecting it to be kind of boring throughout, like the first half was. It was just very, not boring, it was well written and generic. I think that was the thing. It just felt like a generic thriller, so it wasn't piquing my interest. If I knew that was such a big twist about halfway through, I would feel completely differently, and I probably would have felt differently about reading it from the start. I will say the twist, it's a big twist. I think it's, and definitely I think be wary of the Goodreads reviews, because I think the Goodreads review kind of, a few of the ones I read after reading the book, they kind of spoil the twist. If I was to describe it too much, it would give it away. So I would recommend potentially not looking at Goodreads reviews, and I would just kind of pick it up if you love something a little bit different. If you're okay with like maybe suspending your disbelief a bit, like with Grady Hendrix books, like the girls get like beaten up and they're like hit by cars, and then they stand up and they continue fighting, and like they'll get their like head bashed in and then they'll continue fighting, like kind of like in that way, almost suspend your disbelief, just like have the vibes. And that's what I really loved about this one. It was fun, it did something different, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, this was probably my biggest success out of the video, just because I absolutely love it. I think Riley Sager is really an author for me, and I'm really excited to pick up his other books. I think maybe I'll pick up his newest release next, or like Lock Every Door, I'm not too sure, but really enjoyed this one, and very happy that I didn't soft DNF it, because I got like halfway through and I was really bored. So yeah, that was a super success. So yeah, this video has been great. We got 5 physical books done. Then oh, I forgot to mention Cultish. I also did not write this down on my spreadsheet, but yeah, I read Cultish. I gave that a 4.25 stars and really enjoyed that. I talked in depth about that halfway through, so I won't really talk too much about that now. But yeah, so that was 2 audiobooks, 3 full-length novels. Obviously we started these at different points, and then 1 novella and 1 graphic novel. So overall super successful readathon, had a great time, and yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like down below, hit subscribe, turn the bell, a little club. I do lots of these, so you can check out plenty on my channel. If you want to watch my other videos, there'll be 2 on the screen now to pick from. So also loads linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.